Now we are concerned about a potential tornado that is moving into portions of Dodge County right now. So let's take you right to the radar. And the most dangerous part of the storm, that's going to be right about there. So as that makes its way to the north and east, within that blue shaded area right near Atlanta, there's probably some damage going on there. That is some really high wind. They actually have been letting these go and seeing what path they travel to see what the winds are aloft. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go. So basically you like the severe weather. He likes the tornadoes, he likes the hurricanes, things like that. Yeah. I was the same way when I was a little kid too. You get some rain, and you get some rain, and you get some rain.
I like it.
Is that the salsa?
It works for me.
Much better, much better.
It's blinding you.
What do you think? Yeah, no, really though. You need the shades this morning. Hello there. I don't know what I was doing. I was just like checking to make sure I brought all my snacks and my lunch. You know, the last time we really had severe weather was probably back in June, so it's been a long time. It's right in that area here that I think we are seeing that circulation. Indeed, it still looks fairly impressive. There could be a small circulation. You kind of see that right there. The folks that live in this house, the couple actually survived because they took shelter in the basement. So we're seeing that wind kind of circulating into the thunderstorm. That's what we call the inflow. That's the energy feeding into the storm. That's a tornado debris signature. So basically that's the radar suggesting that there's debris being lofted up in the air. I've actually never seen one in person, but this thing is huge. And by the time it's fully inflated, this whole balloon is going to be about 75 feet tall. We have an eclipse on the way this weekend to the Arklatex, and you'll need specialized sunglasses in order to view that eclipse. This is really bad, right?
It's okay, man. You probably... Wait. It's okay.
Pecan.
What do you say?
That's what I said.
You said pecan.
I said pecan. Pecan. Okay. Oh, no. Let's look at the current velocity here within the thunderstorm, and there definitely is some rotation. Oh, hey. Good morning. My plans are to do absolutely nothing this weekend. You have 1 minute of weather to fix your tie.
Okay.
Go. It looks normal.
Okay, it looks normal. Caitlin, try some.
You probably just got that alert on your phone for the snow squall warning, and this means that those visibilities are going to go downhill. We're talking near blizzard conditions. Those conditions are going downhill in a hurry. If you can avoid traveling over the next hour, I would highly recommend it. I want to show you what's happening though in this parking lot because it's just a complete ice rink here. When you come over here to some of the sidewalks, some of the less traveled areas, this is going to be the same case on your driveway or in some of the parking lots, the side streets. When you measure the temperature here.
This is a KSLA First Alert Weather Day.
Welcome back. Here's a live look from our Mattress Plus Skycam looking out over Shreveport right now. You'd have no idea that we were underneath the First Alert Weather Day. It looks beautiful outside right now. In fact, that blue sky is shining through. That is not a good thing on a day like this, though. On a day like this, you do not want that sun to peek through because that will lead to warmer temperatures. And the warmer those temperatures get today, the higher that threat will be of severe weather. Already the storms are rapidly developing, mainly just north of Shreveport right now, kind of favoring that I-30 corridor. You can see that up around Texarkana currently, right along the intersection of I-49 and I-30. So right around Texarkana, across much of southwest Arkansas. None of what you see here is severe. Certainly, though, producing some cloud-to-ground lightning and some heavy rainfall, maybe a little bit of small hail, but this is currently not very concerning. And then you look off to the south and west of Shreveport here into East Texas near Nacogdoches. A little bit of activity trying to get going now. There's still not a lot of instability, not a lot of energy in the atmosphere just yet. Give it a few more hours of daytime heating, though, and things are really going to get going by about the lunch hour. And the Storm Prediction Center now has a large portion of the Arklatex underneath that enhanced risk. That has now been expanded farther to the north and west, so it now does include the Shreveport and Bossier metros. We're kind of on the northwestern fringe of that higher threat area. But basically, the farther south and east that you travel across the Arklatex today, the higher that risk is going to be. There's a lot of what we call wind shear in the atmosphere today, so there's a lot of rotation out there, and so any storms that do develop obviously could acquire that rotation. That's why we have an elevated risk of tornadoes this afternoon. Large hail is also going to be a possibility. Some damaging wind gusts possible with some of those storms out there this afternoon as well. The flooding risk is going to stay on the lower side because these storms are kind of racing along, which is going to limit that heavy rainfall threat. All right, so here's 9 o'clock, basically right where we are now. You can see the storms firing up to the north and west of Shreveport. As we take this towards the lunch hour, look how active it's going to be. And I do think by lunchtime we will likely have some severe thunderstorms ongoing across the area, and some of these could begin to turn tornadic as we head into the afternoon. The best chance of that is south and east of Shreveport, right along I-20 and points south. You can see some pretty nasty stuff down around Natchitoches by mid-afternoon. That will continue continued through about 5 p.m. and then will slowly quiet down as we head through the overnight hours. But I do think it's going to be a rough couple of hours here across the Arklatex, and that will continue into the afternoon. Temperatures, though, will be held down by the storms today. It's already getting an early start, and that's going to hold things back just a bit. So upper 60s to low 70s. But again, the warmer we get today, the higher that threat will be of some more severe weather as we head throughout the afternoon. So that's why this area is under that highest risk, because that's where the warmest temperatures will be today. Mid 70s around Natchitoches, Coshada 72, Mansfield 71. As you work your way north and west, we will see some slightly cooler conditions up around Texarkana, and that makes sense because that's where the storms have already started there. Mid 60s in the forecast this afternoon. I'll have more updates on the severe weather and also talk about that 7-day forecast here coming up after this brief message.